for here our assignment 3 on superheroes. So as usual, we've got the focus here. It says, for this unit, we have taken an in-depth look at the superhero genre, examining what makes it a genre, what tropes are key to superhero films, how some films subvert those tropes to show a new perspective, what makes a character a superhero, how some anti-heroes are compelling because of their humanistic flaws, and finally, why superheroes need supervillains and what these symbiotic relationships show about the nature of good and evil. So that's kind of an overall there. Here are all of the texts that we've used. You can click on any of these. It'll take you to that specific article. Here too this is all the information you need from, that's a chapter from a book. So if you want to use any quotes from that, that's the information you'll need for the works cited. And you can also use, of course, any sources that you find on your own, as long as they are from reputable sources. Here we've got the topic. The superhero genre has become a defining genre of our time because of its underlying social commentary, its exploration of humanity, its definition of what makes a person heroic, its ability to comfort society in trying times, and its ability to illustrate the fine line between good and evil, thereby challenging viewers to examine deeper questions about life and how to live it. So that's the overall there. Then we've got the task. Choose one of the following, and using the articles and videos above that we've used for class, write an argumentative evaluation essay about the superhero genre. So here's our choices. Number 1, in the video, is Batman a superhero? The creator explains the superhero genre for the reader using reputable sources, quotes from multiple experts, examples with analysis, compelling counterarguments, and personal opinions to prove that yes, Batman is a superhero. Choose another superhero and, using a similar structure, evaluate whether he or she is not a superhero. You can use any of the articles or videos we've used in class, as well as your own commentary and other sources. Be thorough in your argument. So again, here, evaluate whether he or she is or is not a superhero. So you can go either way with that. And I do give you kind of the structure here at the beginning of that particular video. They have a really strong structure there. You can go back and maybe rewatch it if you want to look at that structure, but you can kind of use that as a guide for how to structure your own if you want to. You don't have to, but it's, it's a way to kind of follow a similar structure. Choice 2, building on the questions and discussion of the article, superheroes need supervillains. Choose a superhero movie with a strong superhero-supervillain connection and evaluate why the symbiotic relationship strengthens the story and or what it shows the viewer about the nature of good and evil. Be sure to describe and analyze specific scenes to prove your points in each paragraph. So for this one, what you want to do, look back at this, at that chapter. What we're looking for here is this idea that the supervillain is the direct opposite of the superhero, and the Joker, even in the Christopher Nolan Batman series, in The Dark Knight, talks about how he kind of jokes and says, "You complete me." He says, "We're two sides of the same coin," that kind of thing. So he is where Batman is ordered. Joker is likes disorder and chaos, right? So they're kind of direct opposites of each other. And because of that, it sets up a really interesting relationship between the two of them. And it helps the viewer to see, okay, so what are the more positive traits? What are the more negative traits? And how do we need both of these to create sort of a relationship that's, worth watching on screen? Choice number 3, building on the homework assignment we did on Megamind and the article we read about it, evaluate how Deadpool, Logan, Spider-Man 3, or any other movie that goes against tradition turns some of the standard superhero tropes on their head to provide a new perspective. What is the appeal of these non-traditional superhero films? How do they challenge the genre or the viewer? In your argument, be sure to cite what specific tropes are being subverted and how and what this does for the movie. So I don't want you to use Megamind or Across the Universe, because we've talked a lot about those. I want you to do something new. Deadpool is definitely good. They talk about that in some of the videos we've seen. Logan also. Spider-Man 3 is where we have the Spider-Man where he gets the black costume, and that changes who he is and kind of turns him into a momentary villain. So that kind of does some different types of things as well. Or if you know of another one that goes against or is different from traditional superhero films, feel free to use any of those. And choice 4, building on the homework we did on anti-heroes, choose a superhero anti-hero such as Deadpool, Batman, Spider-Man, or Wolverine, and evaluate why they are or are not compelling lead characters. In your analysis, be sure to explain what a traditional hero looks like, Superman, Captain America, etc., and then how these anti-heroes are different. What does an anti-hero depiction add to the genre? What makes these characters interesting or relatable? Are they better in some way than more traditional all-good superheroes like Superman or Captain America? Why or why not? So in here we're looking at they're still the lead characters in these films, but they have flaws. They're more human, that kind of thing. So, Deadpool, Batman, Spider Man, and Wolverine are all examples of that. And then also, there can be characters also like Hancock, or Black Adam. Some of those also are ones that kind of go against the grain. So, you can evaluate any of those as well. And I would just choose one and focus on that. Or if you're going to choose several, then talk specifically about what do they have in common. The requirements: at least 4 pages, 12-point Times New Roman font, the usual MLA style, works cited, at least 2 sources from the last 3 years. You can use any from class, but find 2 additional on your own. So you want to cite the film, of course, or films that you're using, and any sources that you're using, videos or articles from class, and then any other ones that you find. And remember, you want a direct quote from those in each of your paragraphs to help with your evaluation and analysis to back up what you're saying, basically. And down here again, we've got the works cited help. If you click on this, it has a link to a lot of really helpful kinds of stuff. So if you look here, you can see that we've got, it gives you all the different stuff that you might need as you're looking to do your essay. And then also, here's how to do YouTube videos, here's how to do films, here's how to do articles, all that kind of stuff, and with examples. So you can use all of that as well. But let me know also if you have any questions about the works cited. You do need to make at least, the first draft should have at least the 4 pages and the works cited. So make sure that you've got all that in there in that first draft. And that should be everything. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, guys.